the rise of the anti-science movement in America, homeopathy and other alternative medicines are more popular than ever. Homeopathy is defined as the treatment of disease using naturally occurring substances that would, in otherwise healthy people, cause symptoms of disease. And common homeopathic remedies include using chamomile for sleep, using onions for the treatment of colds, and even using poison ivy to treat sprains and strains. Now, even though there is some anecdotal evidence that homeopathy works, controlled scientific studies have proven that homeopathy is not an effective treatment for disease. I'm studying to go into medicine, so I've spent countless hours researching the effects of Western medicine on the human body. And the question I hope to answer in this speech is if you should listen to what you see on the internet about essential oils and other homeopathic remedies being the cure-all for everything, or if you should trust a doctor. And throughout the speech, I'm going to go over first what homeopathy is, and then I will provide some information on the efficacy of homeopathy, and then I'll conclude with some information on the popularity of it. So, what is homeopathy? Well, it's based around two central ideas. The first one being that like cures like. What that means is that what something does to a healthy person would actually negate those same effects in an unhealthy person. So for example, coffee makes a healthy person jittery, nervous, hyperactive, and so on. And so homeopathy says that if you're experiencing those symptoms without drinking coffee, then you should drink coffee because it will negate those same symptoms, because like cures like. The second one is the law of minute dose. What that says is that you should always use the lowest concentration of something possible, because essentially less is more. For example, in homeopathy, carbon drops are used as a weight loss remedy. So essentially you take 1 or 2 drops a day of these carbon drops, and they're supposed to make you just magically lose weight, because what do you do? Law of minute dose. And if you looked at these like under a microscope, you'd be hard pressed to find any carbon present in it at all, because they use such a low dosage. So that's the belief, is that less is more. And now the question is, does it work? Well, studies have shown that homeopathy is not an effective treatment. Not only that, it can also be dangerous. For example, fibromyalgia is a disease characterized by immense pain that spreads throughout the whole body. As of right now, there is no cure for that disease, so it is no surprise that patients that suffer from fibromyalgia are looking for anything such as alternative medicine to treat this, alleviate the pain. But unfortunately, a study in 2009 by Relton et al. Concluded that homeopathic remedies are not an effective treatment against fibromyalgia. And like I said, it can also be dangerous. And for example, researchers from the University of Kalyani, West Bengal, in an attempt to test homeopathic treatments against groups that are at high risk for arsenic poisoning, discovered that 3 out of 50, or roughly 6%, of the group that drank arsenic-free water developed symptoms of severe arsenic poisoning, with one even becoming a quadriplegic due to the complications from his treatment. So, if homeopathy doesn't work and it's not safe, then why is it so popular? Well, that can be attributed to two things. The first one being the placebo effect. And what the placebo effect is, it's a psychological phenomenon that essentially your brain tricks you into thinking that something is working. So for example, you give a kid a sugar water who's complaining of a headache, and you say, here, this will cure your headache. Probably 6 or 7 times out of 10, he will say this headache is cured because of the placebo effect. The second one being the anti-science movement in America. We are witnessing firsthand this in action, and it's no better exemplified in the fact that 45% of Americans are surveyed said that they would not get the COVID-19 vaccine no matter how safe it is whenever it gets rolled out. So it's no surprise that many people are looking towards holistic medicine and nature to cure themselves rather than trust science and Western medicine. So in conclusion, homeopathy is popular, but not because it works or because it's safe. And so far we've learned what homeopathy is. It's alternative to Western medicine. We've learned that it is not really safe, and it doesn't really work either. We've also learned that it's popular for all the wrong reasons. So next time you're feeling sick, trust your doctor and not something you see on the internet.